Can you hear me? All right, this is really getting on my nerves about the sounds. I'm just going to wait, see if anyone comes into the room. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and just give the message. I'm just here to really talk about some things. How are you guys doing? I know some of you may have already just listened to me. There are certain things I'm learning that happens when you're live streaming. Um, with your audience and just kind of makes you wonder about some things. I just came on here because I wanted to talk about my new channel that I created, and I wanted to talk about what it's going to be discussing because I'm going to utilize it even as I'm using this one. I have no plans on breaking any rules or anything like that with this one, so hopefully I never have to use a backup channel, but in case I do, I did go ahead and create a backup channel, and I wanted to verbalize the name on here and announce the name of the new channel here shortly. But I'm just trying to see if anyone else is going to come into the room. If you do, say hi. Um, it's about 4:24 p.m. Eastern Time here in North Carolina, beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina, which I can now say is my city. I've been here long enough. Charlotte is definitely my city. Okay. Um, Again, guys, I'm just here because I want to create a new channel. I've actually created the channel and I wanted to come on here and tell you about it. So let's see. I'm just waiting to see if anyone else comes into the room. If not, I'm not going to leave this video up long. I'm going to leave it up through to tomorrow and then I'm going to take it down. I was on earlier doing Love and Marriage Huntsville, and my green screen wasn't really doing what I wanted it to do. So I see some people coming in and out. Hi, Queen of Phillies Hoagies. Were you on earlier for my Love and Marriage Huntsville? I did that earlier. Thank you so much for wishing me blessings and definitely blessings and peace to you as well. Um, I wanted to come on and just talk about my new channel because in light of what has happened to Bondi Blue and others across YouTube, other Black Americans, I have decided to also have a backup channel. And not that I plan on doing anything out of line with this channel, even though I do have two copyrights already against me that I'm trying to determine how to either just take them down because this channel has not monetized yet. So taking them down is not going to be a huge deal. Um, but I don't want to, have any issues at all. I have the tendency to say what's on my mind. I'm highly opinionated, especially when it comes to culture, because I've experienced so much in my lifetime here, and with regards to culture, and I've grown from it actually, and I've also experienced things, employment wise. And my other channel, let's see here. You said no, ma'am. You're sorry you didn't watch that show. Oh goodness. Okay. Thank you. Do you get are you a subscriber? And if you are, do you get the notifications? Let me know that. Hello everyone. I see other people here, so come on in. What do you guys think about what has happened to Bondi? Do you listen to Bondi Blue? I'm so heartbroken over what she's going through. But even though I'm heartbroken, I have been through in my lifetime, not with YouTube, but similar circumstances. So I know the feeling, that kind of feeling that you get, that you don't know what's going on, and the people in charge of letting you know what's going on are not letting you know what's going on, and then your life comes to a halt because you're dependent on this thing that has happened. So what do you think about what has happened to Bondi Blue? And if you want to come on live and talk, you can do that. I'll let you on, even with your avatar, Queen of Phillies. Not that there's anyone here to listen to us, so I guess you may want to stay in the chat. Um, People always say I never put my StreamYard um, link in, and I probably need to start doing that. Let me see, how do you do that? Just in case someone wants to come on. I got an email this week giving me um, some feedback about my channel. And I didn't really ask for that feedback. uh, I kind of have an issue when people send me feedback and I haven't requested it. Um, a lot of it I already knew about my channel and how it was going. And some of it is really out of my control because you guys, Google is really messing with me as well. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want my channel to come down. But when I look at my numbers, I'm going, how in the world was I getting between 11,000 and 17,000 views to now I'm under 100, consistently under 100. And some of the numbers that are under 100 are the same. Like today, there are two of my videos, they have the same exact numbers. Then there are three of them that have the same exact numbers. And I'm going, and they're all under 100. And it is just, I don't think it's the algorithm at all. I think that sometimes the company intentionally goes in on certain people, and they're upset with me right now about an ad campaign that I did run with them. And we're kind of duking it out a little bit behind the scenes. And so at any rate, I digress on that. So what I wanted to tell you guys, I'll go ahead and tell you because I'm going to take this video down after tomorrow. I only came on here just to announce to the people who do follow me that I have a backup channel. It's not going to cover Real Housewives, Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and some of the other shows that I cover on OWN. And it's not going to cover my In the News segment either, or my Saturday morning coffee with Breezy. It's not going to cover those things. I'm going to leave that on this channel. The other channel is going to cover an issue that I am having, that I've had consistently over a decade in corporate America. And really, since moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, I've had the issue. Before that, it was corporate America was beautiful to me, but then again, I was with the same company for 17 years. But since moving to Charlotte, I have run into some very vindictive and devilish issues, and they are really unbelievable, um, high school like, uh, immature, and just really evil and wicked. eh, Really very wicked. Um, and people enjoying the punishment of another person is just so incredibly unbelievable. And there are some specifics in the employment experiences that I want to share. I want to say it out loud, and I want to express it, and I want to see if other people have experienced the same things so that we can gravitate. And I know they say misery loves company. I am not miserable by any means at all. I'm not miserable. I'm not unhappy. I'm not depressed. None of that. I just want to express my anguish about those things that I have undergone with employers. And these are some of the major employers, you guys. Wells Fargo. I worked for Wells Fargo. When I tell you what I went through with them, you're not going to believe it. And it's all the same type of thing, you guys. It's all the same type of thing. And I know that people say, well, if it's the same type of issue, it must be you. Nope, it's not me. It's not me. I'm not sticking beside it at all. Okay. Um, and to some degree, it may be me because I will not lower my standards. So to that degree, I will say that is me not lowering my standards. But to say that it is rightfully me and that I'm responsible for it in a negative way, I would have to say no. Okay. Um, So the name of that channel, and I'm going to put it in the chat because I'm going to erase this when it's over. It is this. I was trying to come up with a name, right? Or it may be written out like this. So Queen of Phillies, Hoagies, you went through something from Wells Fargo. Is that Wells Fargo? Who is that? WFM? What's the M for? Hmm. Um, I won quite a settlement because of what they put me through, but I didn't like going through it and I didn't like having to go through the process of getting a settlement. I'm not one of those people who likes to sue or litigate. That's just not me. If you put me in that position, I can. But oh, Whole Foods Market, really? Yeah. So I'm creating that channel because those are things I've gone through, and I named it vlog because a lot of people don't realize a lot of people on YouTube call themselves bloggers, and they are bloggers, I guess, to some degree. But a blog is really a written content. A vlog is video content. So that's why I always say vlog. So the SPIR is because I was going to name it Vlog Spirit, because I'm going to apply some biblical knowledge to what I have experienced. So I was going to name it Vlog Spirit, but then I said no. So I said Vlogspir and and talk because we're going to talk about it, right? So Vlogspir Talk, and it has a different photo over there. It has a different photo over there. Um, I need to get a photographer to take, just a series of photos. I'm trying to get in my schedule to where I can like set up for a photographer to do a photo shoot of me, and then I can put those things onto YouTube because I'm going to need the photo shoot anyway because I'm almost finished with my book, which I'm also working on today. I'm trying to get it finished today, but it's like really hard because I've run into a lot of what they call mind blocks. I've run into a lot of mind blocks, and I know a lot of different words. Um, However, when you write a lot, sometimes if you have not read in a while, and I have not read books in a while, I have these blocks with words. Like I know what the word I want to use, and I can't think of the word to say. And it's just like maybe it's just that I'm getting wiser in years. Maybe that's it. um, so you said same with you. You didn't want the money. You wanted the EEOC to investigate. Did they investigate? Because if it was something discriminatory, you can go through the EEOC and they can investigate. If they see it, you know what? One of the things I learned is that the EEOC doesn't really have to investigate. If you give them information, you have to know how to give them information about what you went through. If you really think that you went through something discriminatory, you have to be detailed in terms of what it was, and don't be afraid to say what you think it is. But I've written some of the best letters to the EEOC, and they have sent me letters the very next day telling me they're not going to investigate. So I'm going to talk about them as well, because you do know they are quite political and they are in bed, allegedly, with a lot of the businesses. They are subtly in bed with them. Okay. And they will trick you. I'm going to talk to you about this last company that I worked for, not the one I'm with now, but the last one I worked for, and what happened. And I'll talk about this one too, because I'm having things happen with this company, and it's just very clear to me that I may be pushed out very soon because they are lying out the side and the crack of their stinky butts. They really are. And these are not just, and as you can see from my photo, I'm Black female. So this is not just white people in corporate America. It's Black people as well. Black people lose their minds. They get greedy. They get ignorant. They really are not as unified as they say they would like to be. Um, they really are not. Um, but I digress on that. So that's what I come on here to tell you. And I wanted to I had hoped that I would have enough people on here to talk about Bondi Blue, but you know what? I think that Kim Pyre is on now, and the fact that he's on, a lot of people are there. Sherelle may be on. Miss Misha is doing some videos today. I do similar types of videos as them, and Miss Misha has been on actually less time than me, and she is over 1,000 views per video every time. And I'm trying to understand why YouTube is doing this to me. That's why I went to the Department of Justice, because in North Carolina, if you have consumer issues, you must first go through them. But let me tell you, they're worthless. The Department of Justice is worthless when it comes to consumer issues. They only handle what they want to handle. Um, and they handle things on a federal level. They don't care about what's happening to you on a small level. And what's happening to me, they consider on a small level. So I'm just going through them just for the process, really. I probably am going to have to obtain an attorney myself, just like Bondi Blue over there, and deal with it, because I mean, that's crazy that you open up a business, an internet business, and you invite people to start YouTube channels, and then you want to go after people because you're so mean and vicious. That's crazy to do that to someone. But I digress because I don't want my channel to get shut down. Well, Queen of Phillies, I do too, definitely. And when I share some of my experiences, I'm going to go over to there. I'm going to share my experiences, and I'm going to share my book because I write about it in my book, my experiences in corporate America and the cats that I ran into, the dogs I ran into. You know, I worked with one girl one time who's really smart, and she and I were in the same field. And she said to me one day, she said, "You know what?" And this is back whenever, uh, you know, uh, people. I didn't curse, but there were times I would say like four-letter words. I still kind of do the syllables, of them. But this particular young woman came over to me. She said, "You know what? I don't mind them effing me, but if you gonna F me, at least give me a good F." She was like, "If you're gonna screw me, give me a good screw. Why are you screwing me? I want it to be good if you're gonna screw me." And I just thought that was a good play on words. Um, but I noticed that when I come on live over here, that I only get like a certain amount of people. I'm like, okay, I need more followers, people. I talk about really good stuff. I have good content. I try to keep it positive. At the same time, I love to keep it honest. So there are some things that I say that are going to be different than what a lot of people think, and because it's honesty. So, but that's all I wanted to come over here and say. I don't have any music to go out to or anything like that. I'm going to leave this video up for about 24 hours or so. It'll definitely come down before Tuesday morning, just to give enough of the people who are subscribed to me. I have 807 subscribers. I don't know if they are all getting their notifications though. But Queen of Phillies, you said you are getting your notifications, right? I wonder if Zur is getting hers. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I want to bring awesome content. This is what I'm built for. I'm a talker. I do talk. And I'm very creative in my mind. And I've come to a point, worked as a marketing analyst, you know, initially, whenever I got out of college, I worked as a fraud investigator for the phone company. And then I went into being um, in another role at the company, and I even helped the company I work for is one of the first to come up with an internal corporate African American group, African American network, and I helped to incorporate that into the company and to be a part of that. I was there whenever we came up with the bylaws, the mission, the values of the organization, how the organization would function. So that was all fun to be a part of and to be sitting there with those managers, because there were just me and another person, coworker on my level, who was sitting there with, you know, some big time managers trying to create that organization internally. So I was very pleased to do that. But then, when I left them, I went into another company that is actually connected with them, and that's how I ended up with the 17 years. Um, but the other company, I worked as a marketing analyst and as an advertising account executive. So I I have a strong marketing background, and I know it takes time to strategize when you're in business. It takes a lot of writing, a lot of research, and I'm trying to determine my market. And with seeing you all who are here and watching your statements and your comments helps me to determine the best market for me, and it helps me to see, okay, what is it that I'm going to go for here on YouTube. So that's what I'm working on right now, as well as trying to get this production in order, because this is not this is not easy. YouTube is definitely a job, but I love it. Like I said, I'm built for this. I'm built to talk. I'm built to for the scenery and the visuals and all of this. I really like it. So, but I'm going to let you go now. And I just wanted to come on and talk about my new channel, which I put here in the chat. It's Vlogspir Talk, and I will be coming this week with some of the commentaries on employment and things like that. And so, if no one else has anything else to say, I'm going to go ahead and I will say, as I always say, many blessings to all of you. And good night, good afternoon. And remember, tonight also, The Real Housewives of Potomac comes on tonight, guys. It's going to be all of that in a bag of chips, as they used to say. Thank you, Queen of Phillies, Hoagies. I plan to stick with it. I've got to get in good graces with Google, though. I really do, and we didn't get started out on a good foot. As James Brown used to say, you got to put it on the good foot. Google and I are not on a really good foot right now, and I want to be on a good foot because I don't want them stopping my bag. I'm here, to hopefully monetize at some point and to be able to enjoy being here. So, at any rate, many blessings to you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great night.